It is Wendy Lane Wright. Thank you for joining me for day 1 of 5 steps to leveling up your acting career. I'm going to sit here for a minute and let some people come on in. Before I get started, I'm here and I want to make sure that I allow some time for people to come on in and join me. So I will, maybe I'll just sing while I'm sitting here. Just sing. Hello, Jessica and Jason, welcome. I'm going to wait a minute before I get started, and then I'm going to start with day 1 of 5 steps to level up your acting career. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Wendy Lane Wright, coming to you live, actually, from Los Angeles, California. Hi, Betty Ortega, Jana Javis. Maybe I'll say hi to each person as they come in. Megan O'Sullivan, Sherry Giski, Deepak, Siva Kumar. Deepak, I saw pictures of your movie screening. Looked like a star. Majdaleen Al-Rawahane from Ohio. Joshua Bush. Hi, Ryan Sinclair. Karen Pizzuto. Hi, Karen. Are you still producing movies? If so, would you please look at this group's Talent Managers for Actors on their monologue Mondays and go through their monologues and see if you see any actors that are like someone you're interested in. Hi, Deanna Anthony. Let's see. We're going to keep saying hello to everybody. Sean, Esther, Vanessa, Jason, Shane Santos, Stu Hartman, Pam, Gina, Daniel Martin. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Gina. Hey, Kay. Jennifer K. Starner, Ryan Sinclair, Valerie Freeman, Nadine, Judy Kane. Hi, Judy Kane. Hi, Caitlin McComb. That's me saying hi to everybody. Or Val, thank you so much for inviting me to your screening of your movie in Los Angeles this weekend on Friday. So excited. Okay, so everybody's piling in. It's great to see everybody. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, so thanks so much for joining me for day 1 of 5 steps to level up your acting career. Today, we're going to talk about the absolute most important thing for your acting career. And I'm going to pay attention to my notes so I can stay on track to make sure I say what I want to say to you. But I'm here. I'm really here. So one of the things that you really absolutely have to get right in order for this business to be, for you to be successful as an actor is your mindset. Your mindset. How you're thinking about this business, about yourself, your place in it. That is critical. Your mind can either take you down or build you up. So your mindset's really critical. So hopefully I'm going to say right now that you became an actor because you're creative and you love telling stories. And I don't know about you, but when you're on set or you're on stage, it's such an exciting feeling. There's just nothing like it. And that has got to be the reason why you're becoming an actor. Because if you come into the business to be a star, you might get very, very disappointed. Very few actors are stars. You really got to do this business because you love the craft of acting. And I know you guys have heard this a million times, but it's really, really true. And I know every actor thinks they're going to be a star, and maybe you will be, but the chances of being a star are very, very slim. Even stars don't even know they're going to be stars. You know, they're just working actors trying to get ahead and trying to do good work. Meryl Streep didn't know she was going to become Meryl Streep and become a star. She just wanted to do great work, you know, and so I just want you to have the right mindset. What I can promise you, while it's not easy to become a star, it's very easy to become a paid professional actor. That is very easy. I remember when I worked in April Webster's casting office one day, we were going through all the submissions and we were sorting submissions into different piles. And I looked at the back of all the submissions because I was really curious as to what are these actors about? All of them had co-star credits and guest star credits, all of them. So that taught me that working in this town is easy. Becoming a star is a completely different thing. Okay, so I also know over my career as a manager, I was an agent before that, my career, I have gotten brand new actors who've never done anything before, ever, onto national network television shows like Blackish and Extant and Animal Kingdom and Modern Family. Just tons and tons of, what do you call them? feature films, major national commercials for huge brands. I mean, and they came from nothing. So I know that you can work as an actor. I want to talk to you about the biggest problem that I see. Well, there's so many, which is why we're going to talk for 5 days about this. But one of the biggest problems I see is that actors are not prioritizing the business of acting. The business of acting really has to come first. If you were going to open any other business in the entire world, and you went to a bank and said, look, I need to borrow $10,000, I'm going to open up a business, the first thing they'd say is, let me see your business plan. Because nobody gives somebody $10,000 to open up a business they don't have a business plan for, okay? And as an actor, you're coming out from wherever you are in the world, everyone's trying to come to LA or whatever state, and you are trying to start an acting business and you don't have a business plan. And that's a problem. So you're gonna make a billion mistakes because you don't have a plan. Half the job of doing this business is learning the business, show business. So your job, half of your job is to get great at the show. That means a lot of training. And the other half of your job is to get great at the business. So if you guys aren't doing the business, that's probably why you're gonna fail. And I don't want you to fail, okay? But the actors that are truly successful and they really succeed in this business, they understand business. I think of Madonna, who was a great dancer. She was never a great singer, but she knew that singing and dancing would give her more success than just dancing, because dancing wasn't a mainstream talent in terms of, well, you have the ballet world, but she wanted to be in the pop world. So she added singing to her dancing. And she was so good in business and marketing and self-promotion that she made herself the #1 star in the world for many, many years with Michael Jackson. She also understood business so much, she opened up her own record label and then started signing major groups to record labels because she knew the power of her record label could create more powerful artists and make more money. Because she's not just a dancer and a singer, she's a businesswoman, which is why she's an icon. If you want to be a working actor in the small town of Missoula, Montana, you're welcome to do that. If you want to be a mega success in this business, you've got to understand business, okay? You got to know how to network and market yourself and promote yourself. And as an actor, you got to understand this is a completely different field. The auditioning and the acting work are two totally different things. Your audition techniques are a separate thing from your acting classes. When you're in acting classes, you're gonna learn how to play all kinds of characters. Sometimes in acting classes, they have you playing roles you're definitely not even gonna play in real life, you know, especially if you're learning in theater. And they have you play older people and all these kind of things that have nothing to do with what TV is gonna cast you as. But you have to understand that the audition technique, when you walk into a casting director's office, is a completely different skill set. And if you're not training on that skill set, you're not going to do well in terms of getting in front of television and film. So that's really, really important. You've got to get to know your tools. You've got to have Actors Access, LA Casting, and Backstage to keep submitting yourself on. If you're brand spanking new, all of this might sound like another language to you. And I understand that. That's why it takes repetition. When you learn a new language, you have to hear it over and over and over and over and over until you learn it. So we're going to teach you these things in this group over and over and over and over until you get it. We'll know you got it when we see that reflected in all of your materials and all of your audition tapes and all of your demo reels and headshots and resumes. We'll know you've got it. Until then, you still need to hear it over and over. Okay, so let's talk about auditioning. When someone hands you a script, and let's say you go in for one part and they love it, but they say, you know what, I think you might be right for this part instead. And they switch ship. How do you say that? They flipped a script. They switched the scripts. And they give you a different script that you have had no time to work on. You need to have an audition technique. And that is right there going to be a make or break moment for you. Because you say, okay, can I have 10 minutes? I'll be back. You go out into the lobby. You've got 10 minutes to figure out this text. Not only do you have to memorize quickly, but you also have to figure out the beginning, middle, and end of this script. What are the emotions that this character's feeling? What are the transitions? And you need to have a technique for that. And then you need to go back in there and deliver something amazing, even though you've had the script for 10 minutes. Now, and a great actor can do that. It takes practicing every day. Okay, but if you're just starting out, you're in the middle of the game, there's so much you need to learn here, people, so stick close to me. I always say stay close to me in all my videos, so stay close. Let's talk about the different phases of auditions. I did some consultations last week, and everybody wanted to talk about what are the different phases of auditions, okay? Phase 1 is called a pre-read. Pre-read is what you call an audition. But a pre-read is really when a casting director does not know you, has never auditioned you before, and has no intention of taking you to their producers until they've seen your work in a pre-audition, a pre-read, before producers. Okay? So you've got to go in for the pre-read or audition. And what does that mean? They're watching for very specific things. One, are you believable? They're going to tell that from the minute you open your mouth. And if you're not believable, that's the end of the audition. Okay, so that's why your training is so critical. A lot of people think I just go in and wing it, but no. You have got to be believable. 2, be off book. Be off book, completely off book. Be so off book you don't even need your script. It's as if you just showed up on set and you're ready to do the job. Be off book. Then you need to fit the role. They want to make sure you fit the role. So if this is a mousy character, I can never play a mousy character. I have way too much energy, way too much power, I can't dumb down, and I don't mean people who are mousy are dumb. I can't dumb down my energy to work in a corporate setting, like a bank. I can't. I just have too much, I can't. So there are certain people that fit that role. You look at them and you're like, they could be a librarian. They could be okay? So they have to fit the role. Also, there has to be interesting choices. Interesting choices. And it can't be all one note. Your audition cannot be all one tone. What does that mean? That means there has to be levels in your performance. When an actor is doing a piece of work and they're upset about something, that upset could be shock. It could be completely disbelief. And I'm smiling, but I could be very upset. It has levels. It's not just like, I'm angry, for 10 minutes, right? There's levels, shock, sadness, all kinds of things. You have to have levels. Okay? So they're watching to see if you made interesting choices. They're watching to see if you're believable, if you have levels. They want to see if you showed up on time. And you have got to come in with a good attitude. Okay? You just can't be an asshole. You just can't be. Nobody wants to work with an asshole, so don't be one. Be humble. And remember that a casting director gets like 1,000 to 6,000 submissions for every single role, every role. So that's why your headshots have to be amazing, especially when you're starting out. Once they get to know you, they're bringing you in based on your work. But in the beginning, they're bringing you in based on your package. Your headshots, your demo reels, your acting class. We'll talk more about that. All right, what's the next step after a regular pre-read? That's a callback. That means they're calling you back because they think you probably could fit the role. You did a great performance. You were off book. You delivered something great. Oh, also in the pre-read, they want to see if you can take direction. They're going to give you some adjustments because they might be interested in finding out more of what you can do with that role, and they have some ideas. They want to give you some adjustments. You have to take those adjustments and apply them, okay? You can't hear the adjustments and then keep doing what you're doing. You have to hear their adjustments and then do what they just said, okay? So when you have a pre-read or a pre-read, you should get coached. If it's a pre-read for a network show, get coached. And here are the coaches I recommend. Gloria Garayua, Jack Turnbull, Giovanni Espiritu. These are 3 people I recommend right off the bat. Okay? There's a lot more coaches I have in the winner's circle, but I don't have them off the top of my head. But those are amazing coaches for auditions. Once you get a callback, don't get coached again. The whole purpose of the callback is so that they can see what you did before and show it to more people. So don't get coached and change it all up. In fact, only get coached before your first audition in that room, and then repeat what you did using their directions. I'm going to cough. Okay. It's important to go as many, it's important to go on as many auditions as you can. Audition for everything you can. Backstage, casting networks, LA Casting, Actors Access, student films, short films, web series, because you want to get so comfortable auditioning that when a big audition comes up, you don't fall apart. Like when a major network series regular audition comes, you're not like, oh my God. I need you to be in the audition room on a regular basis. I also want to remind you that the audition is an opportunity to have fun. Like I said before, remember when you went to set for the first time, or you went on, you were on stage for the first time. Remember the joy you had, the excitement you had to act. That's what you need to bring in the room with you. The joy about acting, the fun of acting. Okay? Don't be, and let's talk about how you enter the room. I know people say, should I go in character? Okay, there's many things you guys probably have heard me say, maybe some you haven't. Don't shake casting directors' hands. If they shook everybody's hands, they'd have the flu every day. Don't shake their hands. If a casting director stands up to shake your hand, you definitely walk in to shake their hand. Other than that, just be friendly and don't touch anybody. If you're playing a serial killer, a dark, scary, terrible serial killer, don't go in there all dark and scary and ignore them and then be in your character and then leave suddenly because you're a serial killer. Then they're just gonna be like, what the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck was that? And instead, if you're playing a serious role, just say hello. Say your name, get in your spot, and then do your work. And then say thank you, have a great day. And leave. Okay? You don't need to be all terror-y if you're playing a scary role. You don't need to be all hyper and excited either, because that's not the role. Just be professional. That should answer some of your questions. And after your auditions, keep track. A professional keeps track. Someone winging it doesn't have a system for keeping track of auditions, okay? Keep track of your auditions. That means when you're done with your audition, go sit down in the audition lobby, write down what you wore, write down who the camera operator was, write down what you think you did well, write down any feedback that they gave you, any compliments, any criticism, anything they gave you, so that you can look back at that and remember. If you get a callback, and let's just say, if you go in there, you do the audition and you don't hear from them, let it go. Walk on, let it go. If you get a callback, that means they want to show more people what you did. They want to see you do the same exact thing. Go wear the same thing. Go do the same thing. And don't get coached. Okay? Next level of auditions. After the callback, you have producer sessions. And basically, what this means is they want the producers now to take a look at the people they've narrowed down. So in the pre-read, they might have seen 100 people. By the time we get to the callbacks, it's like 25, right? Then in the producer sessions, maybe 12. So you see, we're narrowing it down from 3,000 to 12. What happens in the callback is they usually are putting you on tape. Then they go through those tapes and they decide which of those tapes go to producers. Every single tape doesn't get sent to producers. Only the ones they think match the description the producers gave them when they hired the casting director. So the producer hires the casting director. The casting director weeds through thousands of actors to find the best ones, or the ones that fit the vision of the director, the producers, the writers, and then they present just the tapes that fit that vision, maybe a couple opposites to show them something else, maybe somebody they really like who doesn't fit the description, but they think casting might like them. So let's throw that in there for, see what happens. How do I know this? Because all my friends are casting directors. And we talk about this all the time. So that's what happens, okay? Now the producers are in the room watching your audition. They're going to give you some redirection. Producers also give direction. How about we do it like this? How about we try that? Your job is to do what they say. Take the direction. Don't repeat what you just did. take their direction and apply it. That being said, now they're going to go back and they're going to talk about everything. Casting directors are not making the final decision about who gets cast. So if you thought that they did, that is incorrect. Unless they are paying for the movie themselves, they are not making the decision. They're making the decision on who comes in, which is very important, because if they don't even give you the shot to come in, you're not even in the running, right? But unless the director or producers bring you in. The casting director's job is to get rid of everybody that's not believable, get rid of anyone that wasn't on time, get rid of anyone that's got a big ego and doesn't work as a team, get rid of people that don't make strong choices, that don't have good transitions between those choices, get rid of anybody who's got an attitude, or they just get rid of people. That's their job, and only present top choices to the producers. Now the producers think about all of that and they decide who they want to bring in for the next set. If it's television, the next set of auditions is the chemistry test, or it's called a mix and match. Basically, it means they might be considering 6 different people for the role and they've already cast somebody else, and they want to see how those 6 people, what chemistry they have with the person they've cast. So if it's lovers and they've cast the man already, I just picked Thor out of the top of my head because he's quite a man, right? And they want someone to play a leading lady opposite him, and they've got 6 choices. They're going to test those 6 women with him to see if there's chemistry. So you start to lose control at this point, because if you look, if they don't want someone that's blonde and looks like him, or if you're too short, if you're too tall, I mean, there's all these kind of reasons, but there's got to be chemistry. The vibe has to be there. Okay, either it is or it isn't. But the people who have the money make the decisions. So after the network test or the chemistry read, if it's a film, it goes to the network level. And in the network level, the network auditions, everybody's there from the network. The network casting department, the producers, the showrunners, the writers, the directors, the casting department that brought you in, everybody's in the room. And they're going to make the final decision. The people with the money make the decisions, the executive producers or the showrunner, okay? Or the network. So you got to just be chill. You better have a really solid technique for being chill through this whole process. The casting director will then, once they select who they want to work with, once the producers select, the casting director comes back into the picture and negotiates the deal. Their job is to close each actor's contract. So now they're going to negotiate all the different things. Well, this actor wants a cell phone, and this actor wants to be able to bring their dog, and this actor wants more money, and this actor wants less money, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. No actor wants less money. I don't know where that came from. But you understand the casting director closes all the contracts and all the deals with the agencies, and that's what the casting director does. Weeds throughout everybody, puts everybody on tape, gives people redirection, sends them to the producers, then closes the deals. What else do I want to make sure you know? And you got to let it go. If you're going into an audition, you got to understand there's a million reasons why you might not get chosen. So if you're new, a lot of times new actors want to be like, oh my God, can my agent get me feedback? Or you know, how did I do? I wonder if I did good. I wonder if they liked me. Oh my God, he put his pencil down. He must not like me. He's not taking notes now. Oh no, that one answered his phone. They might like me. You don't have any reason, any understanding of why they're doing what they're doing. Get out of your head. I can tell you, your mindset in the audition room will kill you or make you or break you in this business. Stay out of your head. Don't be thinking about what you think they are thinking about. They're never thinking what you think they're thinking about. They're thinking about their job and how to get the right person for the role. And does this person fit the other 17 people they saw? What's the difference between the people they've seen? What's this actor doing in the moment that's different? They're not thinking what you think they're thinking. They also may be thinking, God, the person we just cast yesterday looks the same as this person. Shit, I wish we'd seen this one first. They might put their pen down because they can't cast you now because you look too much like the lead they cast yesterday. And the director specifically said, I don't want these leads to be the same race. I don't want them to look the same this, the same that. And they already signed the offer for a different actor. And that casting director may be like, shit, this one would have been better. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what they're thinking. Your job as an actor is not to think about what they're thinking about. Okay? Let's make sure I'm on point and make sure I cover this. Okay, chemistry. Okay, going into the audition, you definitely want to go in there with the intention to book the role. And I know James Sassone in this group, he teaches a show called Show Up to Book the Role. He doesn't believe that you go in there just to make a fan. He believes you go in there to book the fucking role, right? That's fantastic. And you should go in there with the idea that you're there to book the role. In fact, I believe you should go in there like you've already got the role, like you already booked the role and they already paid you $300 to do it. Now you're just going in to do your performance. And you're delivering a completely done performance. This is what I worked on. You're showing them what you did. You're not going in there to ask them permission or ask them, how should I do this? What do you want to see? How can I be what you want? I just want to give you what you need. All of that is new people's thinking. You don't want to give them what you think they need. You need to take that script, break down that character, figure out what your character wants, is afraid of, who they are, what they hate, how they feel about the person in front of you. We can talk more about this in other things. But your job is to show up in the audition room already having worked out your material and just delivering what you're doing. Just deliver what you came up with. They'll either like it or they won't. They will either ask you to do it a little differently, tweak this or that, or they won't. They'll either bring you back for a callback or they won't. Just do your job. Just do your job as an actor. Keep this whole thing simple, okay? If you don't book the job, then of course you want to book the room. Of course you want the casting directors to say, whoa, that actor was amazing. I love the choices they made. I thought that was so interesting. You know, let's see this actor again for everything they're right for. Let's have them come back again. And you'll find casting directors bring you back again and again and again and again. Sometimes you audition 20, 30 times for the same office and then you book the job. So it's great to have the idea that you're going in to book the role. And it's great to have the idea that you've already got the role and you're just there doing your performance. But it's only going to go to one person out of 3,000. Okay, so yes, go to Show Up to book it, but realize you might not, and you just need to really book the room too. Okay, let's make sure there's anything else I want to cover. There's a lot more factors than what I'm talking about than just your skill. There's so many factors: height, size, weight, shape, sound of the voice. If you have the voice that sounds exactly like the lead, they're not going to put two people that sound alike. You can't close your eyes, you can't tell who's who. There's so many reasons, okay? And the most powerful thing you can do for your career is understand this business. I just told you a bunch of stuff maybe you knew, maybe you didn't know. What you don't know will hurt you in this business. I spend years consulting actors in my Skype consultations, in my group classes, in my in-person classes, and I find actors who don't know what they're doing 99% of the time. That information that they don't have is keeping them from going where they're going. You know, if you want more answers, the Winner's Circle is my online course that I created to give you guys all the answers. If you want more specific answers on any of this stuff, or you want to go deeper into understanding the business, sign up for the course. The Hollywood Winner's Circle Academy has a fantastic class online that teaches you everything you need to know. Take the course. Because I have 2 consultations today. I have 2 in-person consultations today, also on the Skype. Okay. That's 3 actors who are going to understand how the business works when they leave my presence. And there's 57,000 actors in this group. A couple thousand are taking the course. Thank God they're smart enough to take it. So a couple thousand people plus the 3 I know today will understand what they need to do. The rest of you guys are going to be in, I don't know, land for however long you choose to stay there. All right, so we can do a quick question and answer. If you guys have any questions about the topics that I just discussed, I'm happy to discuss them. I love questions. So, you know me, I love questions. I will share something I just shared on my Facebook, on my YouTube channel. It's a little story. This morning, I was looking in the Monologue Mondays, and I saw this actor, and I watched his work, and I was like, damn, I like this. This guy's great. Let me watch it again. Watched it again. And then I thought, you know what? I want to tag a couple of the directors I know in this group and bring their attention to this actor, because they might have something that's right for him. And then I want to bring a couple managers and agents over to his post, because I want them to see he might be a good fit for them. So I'm like, but I don't see anything about him. Okay, so let me go on IMDb. I go to IMDb. There's a whole bunch of people with his name, but his picture's not there, and I don't have any idea which actor he is. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I go to resumes.actorsaccess.com/actorsaccess/ I type in his name. There's no link. Nothing comes up. I'm like, I can't even see this. Okay, I'm not introducing him to anybody yet. I can't figure out anything about him. All right. I Facebook message him. I'm like, yo, dude, can I have your Actors Access link? He gives it to me. I look at his Actors Access link. I am not lying. This is what I saw. 2 films. That's it. The names of the characters, Bob and Jim. The date of the 2 films. And I don't even know what was in the 3rd column, because I was like, what the fuck is this? The training wasn't on there. There's no theater. I don't know if he's done theater. I don't know if he's done training. This is his Actors Access profile. I can't send this to a producer, agent, manager, director, writer, nobody. I'm like, oh my God, this guy. He's a great actor, but his package isn't together. So then I look at there's no media. He's got no acting clips on there. Oh, Jesus. And then he's got 2 headshots. One has a tree. I can't make this up. It has a tree. Seriously, a tree with the branches and the tree right here. It's like, this guy's an amateur. He's a great actor, though. He's an amateur. I cannot, and this is where he just lost a massive opportunity. Because 2 seconds ago, if I had looked on IMDb and I saw his picture, I would have said, oh, there he is. Then I would have looked at his IMDb, and I would have seen he's got his professional credits on there, his 2 films, whatever. Cool. There's a presence. Because that's the first thing those directors are going to look at. Then I would have I would have tagged those directors in his post, and I would have added the Actors Access link. And I would have said, take a look at this guy. He's amazing. That's it. Take a look at this guy. He's amazing. And his Actors Access would have been perfectly formatted with his training, his headshots with no trees. His acting clips would be up there. His theater would be on there. Everything would look like a professional. But he doesn't have that, so I'm not tagging his post with nobody. There's the problem. Missed opportunities. They come and go, and you didn't even know you had one. You're in a Facebook group with 150 agents, managers, casting directors, writers, producers, showrunners, from CAA to the smallest boutique agency in the business. That's who's in this group. And you are missing opportunities every day, and you don't even know it. This actor could have just had a manager, an agent, and been directed to several directors, introduced to several directors that I know would like him. But I'm not doing any of that because his package isn't together. And that's why the Winner's Circle was created, so that your package is slamming. So when the opportunity comes, preparation meets opportunity equals success. I'm not making that up. That's how it works. Preparation meets opportunity, and that's how you have success. But if you're not taking the course, likely your preparation sucks, and your headshots don't match your type, and you might not have your resume formatted right, and your acting clips don't start on you, and you have a tree, and bad lighting in your headshots, and you don't know your type, and so your clips don't, and then you just miss every opportunity that comes your way until you get it together. I'm not going to, so go to the course and take it. We are doing so many amazing things with it. You'll see. But in the meantime, let me see if there's some questions I can answer for you. Oh, the answer to this is I contacted the dude, right? And it turns out he has theater. A bunch of it just wasn't on the resume. So he added that. And the training, he added his training on the resume, took the dates off. He's changed out the tree headshot. He still doesn't have his acting clips on here. I'm still talking to him. You still don't have your acting clips up here. Why I'm helping him? Because I can't stand a great actor not having their shit together. Drives me batty. The problem is I can't do this conversation one-on-one with 57,000 actors. That's the reason I created the course, so that the course can have this conversation with you one-on-one. In the videos, I have this conversation, so the course can do it for me. That way I can be in a million places at once, and you'll all get the information you need. All right, so I'm autistic, and my mind runs away with me in random places. I'm not autistic, and my mind runs away from me in random places, I'm just saying. Although I'm very creative, sometimes it can happen at very inappropriate time. Like doing a math exam and me being quirky and witty didn't help when I was trying to write the answers. I understand, Shelley. That's not a question, and I don't even know why you're telling me that. Thank you for sharing. A showrunner. Yeah, Betty, a showrunner is the person that's in charge of the entire show. If someone is an older adult looking to start acting, what do they need to do in order to get signed and they don't have a demo tape? Take my online course, the Hollywood Winter Circle Academy, and do what it says. That's what an older person needs to do. It'll walk you through, Michelle Marathon, through everything you need to do, so that when you come out of the course, your package will be together, your headshots will be great, your acting clips will be great, they will feature you, all your profiles will be fantastic, you'll have your cover letters, you'll know how to talk to agents and managers, it will help you get an agent or manager and walk you through that process, you'll know how to have those meetings, you'll know how to do your social media marketing, all your social media marketing will be put together, everything you need to, you will walk out of the course marketable, and people can take seriously, because our job is to weed out all the unprofessionals. That's why casting directors want actors to have agents, so that they don't have to waste their time with all of the people that aren't ready. So if you didn't know what an agent's job is, or a manager's job, that's what it is. To weed out all of the people that are not ready for casting. As a developmental manager, which is what I am, I take people that need developing, because like I said on my YouTube live a little while ago, the thrill for me is in the startup. Some investors like to invest in companies that are established, Coca-Cola, blah, blah, Disney. They like to put their money where their money's already working and they're already, I get like the thrill of the startup. Years ago, when I wasn't in the entertainment business, I took a little break. I worked for a company that did venture capital. And what I would do was listen to business plans from people and then hook them up with people that had money, venture capitalists. So I would find investors for people. It's so much like the acting business, but the entrepreneur coming to see me had to have a business plan. They needed an executive summary, they needed a business plan, and I needed to know their marketing plan and everything that they're going to do. Because basically, I'm just going to sell that person to the person who has the $1 million, the $10 million. So this one person wanted $10 million. Let's use her for example. Now he knows I'm talking about him. Anywho, you won't know who I'm talking about. So this woman came to me and she wanted to start a emergency helicopter business where she would rescue patients and come in and take them to the hospital. She wanted $10 million to do that. She was an award-winning nurse down in Orange County. And I had some venture capitalists that like to invest in medical-related things. So I hooked them up with a conversation after I thoroughly vetted her package and her resources, her references, and her hospital that she worked in, and her business acumen. And she had a solid plan. And they met, and with all of their attorneys, she was given $10 million to start her business. That's what I used to do before I became an agent and a manager. It's not that much difference, except the stakes are much lower here. You just need to have your resume and your headshots and your little acting clips, and even that you guys are not wanting to take direction on. So I don't know, how successful do you really want to be? What? I was wondering if you cover reels in your consult. Of course. How could I not cover reels in the consult? Consultations can be an hour, or they can be 3 hours in person. I'm not going to be doing these 3-hour in-person ones after this next year, maybe one more year of this, because I don't want to have individual conversations with every single actor. At the end of next year, I want to be done with that. I want everybody to be taking the winner's circle so I don't have to repeat myself 7 million times, because I told you guys when I started this, I'm going to stop when I'm done. I know it's a bit more difficult without agency representation, but how come CDs don't post more to AA? Because I just said that. They do not want unrepresented actors that have not been vetted in their audition rooms. They want people that have seen them act, have tweaked their materials, and like I said, I'm a developmental manager, so the thrill for me is in the startup and tweaking all the packages and the materials and making sure that everybody's shit is together. That's what gets me excited, and then they get a job. I love you too, Christopher Hollis. You're welcome. A question. Christina Bergen. When you get called into the audition and after getting sides, I just lost that. And after getting sides, you do not like the script and character, do you still suggest going to the audition for the experience? Or should the audition be declined? When you get an audition and you get the sides, if you absolutely don't want to play that character, don't play that character. I mean, you don't have to take every audition you get. But, you know, don't decline auditions because you don't like something that's written in the script unless it goes against your moral values or your, you know, I'm not going to do a movie where I'm playing someone that murders and has sex with children. I'm never going to do that because I don't even want to discuss that topic. I also do not want to be a part of projects that put so much violence out into the world because I am not interested in putting violence out in the world. So I'm not going to be an action hero with guns and shooting up people. That's not who I'm going to be on this planet. Be the change you wish to see. I wish to see loving relationships and powerful dynamic stories that don't include people murdering each other. So I'm not going on any auditions like that. And after I finish teaching you guys everything I know for the next couple of years, I'm going back to acting. Praise Jesus. Okay. So turn down what you don't want to do. Turn down what you don't want to do. But if it's not a moral issue, go to your auditions and work on the script. Practice the script. Break down the script. Get in front of the casting directors. Work on your nerves. Calm down. You can always turn down the role. And you always turn down the role by saying you booked a different role. Okay, don't just say, hey, I'm not really available. You're working on something else for a month and you're just not available. Okay. I want to buy your course and do a consultation soon. Would you recommend a consultation after buying your course? You can do it either way. You can do the course before or after consultation, either way. Some people like to have a conversation with me face to face, and you're welcome to do that. I love those conversations. We go to the Hilton Hotel in Glendale, we eat some lunch, we sit and talk, we go over all your materials, we talk about your type. It's a really always have a fun, beautiful day because I'm in front of charismatic and interesting people every day. I love it. The actor is literally kicking himself right now, Farron. That actor is working. You can hear me, right? Because I know we're talking and you know, no one else is going to know who I'm talking about, but you know who I'm talking about. You're working on your shit now, and if you get all your package together and put it up to the level that I want, I'll still be introducing you to agents and managers because I thought your work was fucking great. All right, if you're training with 7 or more credits in student, short, and feature films, have done a couple commercials and voiceovers with an on-camera drama, comedy reel, but not eligible for SAG-AFTRA, would you recommend moving to LA then or wait till you're fully eligible in the union to make the move? I don't remember this having anything to do with the content that we just discussed. So you guys asked me questions about the content that I just discussed. Okay, let's see. Personal recommendations for headshots. I'm not giving you any personal recommendation for head. That's not what we're discussing today. Do you think your personality is important? Incredibly. Look in my Winner's Circle course, I do 5 videos on your headshots. I talk in them specifically about your type, your headshots, what to do. There's material about how to prepare for your headshots, how to prepare emotionally, what you should do emotionally in front of the camera. I don't have time to tell you all that right now. Get the course. Learn what you need to learn. What you don't know will hurt you. Okay, what else can I tell you? Yes, Hollywood's Winner's Circle helps determine your type. And also, you know, listen, in this group, we do not allow actors to post their picture and say, hey, what's my type? Because every single actor would do that, 57,000 pictures and everybody's types, and it would just clutter the entire, we could never, ever answer any other questions. because that's all actors would ever want to do. Could you tell me if my headshots are good and tell me what my type is? And is my reel okay? So that's all we would ever do. We would not be answering questions about the business. So that's why I created the Winner's Circle, which has a private Facebook group just for people taking the course, where you can post your picture and you can get your type explained to you, and we will look at your headshots and your acting clips and talk about your materials. So that, you're paying for my time to do that, but you're going to get that one-on-one feedback that you need and a place that you can do that. Okay. I don't have time to sit here all day long and do that for free for 57,000 actors. I mean, I have bills to pay too, right? I have a dog to feed. So, and that's important, isn't it, Fimmel? All right. I've been watching your videos and building my background, and I'm going to an acting class in LA. Good for you. What's the name of the course? I could not hear because the people are too loud where I'm at. It's called the Hollywood Winner's Circle Academy. It is the one and only ever online school created by a talent manager, with information that guides you through how talent managers and talent agents build an actor's career. We didn't make it up. It's how we do it. And I'm giving you the information so you can do it too. So that's the name of the course. Tell actors they need to come in with at least 3 options or choices ready to go. You tell them. Can you mention those coaches that you recommend? Gloria Garayua, Jack Turnbull, and Giovanni Espiritu. Who would you recommend for training once you get in LA? Take the course and then you'll find out. I mean, I can't answer every single, come on, some of these things are already answered. Ask me some questions that I haven't answered in the course. Ask me some questions that are, what agents do you recommend in LA that every actor should be submitting to? Every actor shouldn't be submitting to every agent. There's no one size fits all, one shoe fits all. If you are taking the course, you're gonna learn how to look up agents that are right for you and how to submit to agents based on your type and the types of shows you're right for. There's a process to doing this. The wrong process, I'll tell you, is create 30 envelopes and just send your headshots to any agency because they're called an agent. Or just email BCC 50 agents and hope someone responds to you. We don't respond to that. You have to have a more specific approach when trying to get an agent, okay? I'd be excited to see you in this. Something is, Wendy, can't wait for you to come back to acting. Yeah, baby. You know I'm going to. Paraji, I saw your daughter. She's in high school now. I was like, oh my God. Hi, Peter Yankee. We got an agent here in the group. Christopher Hollis listening in the shower. That's a little TBA. He's two TMA. TMI? TBA. What was I trying to say? Never mind. It's probably inappropriate. Are there levels for being called into audition for roles? No. Well, let me be more clear. Casting sets up their audition sessions based on the role. So sometimes they may be auditioning the supporting roles or the co-star roles or Mary this week, or they might be auditioning the guest stars or things like that. That's why they set you up at different times, because they want to see people right after each other for that role. They want to see people right after each other for that role. That's why they don't like you switching your times all around, because they're trying to compare people with each other and stuff. Could you have more than one type? Yeah, you have like 5 or 6 types. You ever heard of something called the 4 love languages? Here's some personal information for you. The 4 love languages is a book written by, don't remember, Gary Chapman, a doctor of psychology. And he says that every single human being has 4 love languages. Meaning they have one they're fluent in, but they dabble in the others. And they are physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time. It's the 5 love languages: quality time, receiving gifts, and acts of service. Get the book. It's great. If you're in a relationship, you really need to know what your love language is. Make sure your partner knows your love language, so they'll speak to you in that language and you can speak to them in theirs, because if you don't, you're not filling each other's love tanks. Okay. But it's the same with your type. You have a specific type, and there's maybe 5 or 6 that you really could play, and then maybe you dabble in a couple other ones. You guys, you have so many questions. I love them. I love your questions. And so many of these questions are already answered in the Hollywood Winner's Circle. So I'm not going to answer a lot of these questions because I'm not going to answer questions that TMI. Okay. Okay, TMI. You get it. Wendy, is the audition process the same for TV and commercials? Well, commercials are, let's fix my hair. It's starting to look a little flat. And I always like to look like I just rolled out of bed. Okay, so commercials are very, very specific. I mean, you got to have the energy and the personality they're looking for. Commercials are a personality thing. It's really just about your personality. So much about the delivery of the text, but your personality, okay? Acting, listen, you might be playing someone else that doesn't even have the same personality as you do. They're very different. They're different. That's why you should take on-camera commercial training and on-camera acting training. Those are different types of auditions. Different types of auditions. Oh, I see what you're saying. When the CD says, give me something else, how far or how different should you go? Within the character. You know, do what the character would have you do. Does anyone know what my love language is? I dated this boy recently who did not speak my love language, so I had to not be. I don't like that. Didn't speak my love language. It's got to go. I took classes on 5 love languages around your children. Good stuff. Okay, my love language is physical touch. What's your love language? Figure it out. I'm curious. You should know. Do you have discounts for college discounts for your course? Yeah, you know, sometimes we have student discounts, but the course is only $295. I mean, it's like divide that by $1 a day. Can we do that? I'll tell you how much it costs you. I don't know. I'm not giving you away every single thing I know for free because that's not how it's going to happen. Divided by 365 days, yeah, it's 80 cents a day. If you want your career and you want a business plan for your career, pay 80 cents a day. It took me 30 years to gather this information into the course for you. It's worth more than 80 cents a day. I could charge $1,500 if you like, but it's only $295. So just get the course. You need it before you do everything and anything. Opinion on false lashes or extensions. Oh, you lost it to chemo. God bless you, Nicole. Definitely put false lashes. Put your lashes on. Listen, put your lashes on. Make them look natural. Don't have these big long eyelashes like Halloween. Put some regular lashes on. And when you book the job, the makeup person will put the lashes on to make them look the way they need to look. Don't overthink it. You know, don't overthink it. To jump back a bit about the audition process, Brian Medavoy, my friend Brian, just posted a new blog with 11 detailed answers from casting directors. Oh, so great. He gives great insight that echoes me and James, of course, because we are all teaching the same. The information's the same. Just figure out, you know, I always think of it like a singer sings. Okay, we all use our vocal cords, but some people like to hear it from this package, this vocal cord, and some people like to hear it from this person's vocal cords, you know. Or when people go to preachers in church, the information they're preaching from the Bible is the same information. Some people like to hear it from a charismatic preacher. Hallelujah, whatever that kind of preacher. And some like to hear it from Charles Stanley. And some like to hear it from the smiling preacher, Joel Osteen. Oh, he smiles. Everybody, the information is the same. You have to pick the source you want to hear it from. I'm probably the most fun source, though, I would think. I'm kind of fun. Let me read you. You have a lot of questions. 262. Okay, we're not going to get to that. And I have a consultation right now. In fact, now I have to fucking be late to my consultation. So hold on a second. I hate to do this, but let me just tell this person that I'm running late. This is my life. Oh, Lord. I'm so sorry I had to do this, but I had scheduled this. I have to do this at 12 noon every day. Hey, listen, I am running late to our consultation, period. But I will be there in 25 minutes, period. And I will buy you lunch to make up for me being late, period. I look forward to our conversation, and I can't wait to help you. Okay, now I got to run. I'm going to spend 3 more minutes answering questions, and I'm going to go. Is there going to be any real work for me as a new 40-something? Yes. How does a foreign actor with an already somewhat large resume? Okay, no. How do you track down a specific agency? Use IMDb Pro. I'm sure you have a camera training advice in the Hollywood Winner Circle. I teach you all kinds of things, but it is not an acting course. Your on-camera acting training needs to be in an on-camera acting course. Will someday maybe I add acting classes to it? I just might, because I'm a damn good acting teacher. So maybe I will add, you know what? If my team is watching, we're expanding. I've decided the next launch, not the next one, but the next one, let's do some videos. We're going to be doing videos for international students. Let's do some acting technique videos. And in fact, maybe we'll bring a couple other great acting teachers into the course to teach with me. Amy Linden, if you're watching, I'm going to be coming for you. Let's see. Hey, everybody. Okay, so I just received sides for a small role in a real movie. Matt. The Winner's Circle. You got to roll in a feature. How quick was that? Can I do 2 takes in succession, 1 stern, 1 smiley? Yes, give them two different approaches. That's great. Fantastic. Okay. My love language is acts of service. Aw, great. Another book you should read is The 4 Agreements. The 4 Agreements. Stick close to me, man. I've had so much self-help and evolvement and information and everything. I mean, let's see. How does it for? There's so many questions here. I can't get to them all. I'm going to suggest to my team tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So I'm going to end this. Thank you so much for joining me today for day 1. If you just thought I gave you information, wait till you see what's planned for the rest of the week. Day 1 of 5 steps to level up your acting career. We haven't even scratched the surface of what you need to know about this business, about show business. So join me for the next 4 days. Set your clocks or your alarms, your calendar for the next 4 days of 5 steps to level up your acting career. And if you want the most detailed explanation possible of what we've discussed today, I highly recommend you join my army of winners in the Hollywood Winners Circle Academy. You can read the link at the top of this Facebook Live, or go to hollywoodwinnercircle.com/academy. Go check it out. If you're curious, go check it out. If you're ready to take the course, go check it out. And remember to join me for day 2. Tomorrow we're going to do scams and myths and things that you must avoid. 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's now 1. I'm wrapping it up. Check the event for a link where you can find your own time zone. And you know I love you guys. I'll see you on the red carpet. God bless you. God bless you. I send you all my love. See you in the Winner's Circle, on the Inner Circle, where I'll help you one-on-one. See ya. Love you all.